So you have an incredible business idea. You want to finally take that leap of becoming an entrepreneur, but you just don't have the money. And the reality is, a lot of people are in the position that you're in. Can you start a business with no money? Can you grow a business with absolutely no money? And the answer to that is yes. It's absolutely possible for you to start your business with no money. It just requires you to do this thing I spoke about in one of my other videos called bootstrapping. You need to bootstrap your business. It's quite literally that, pulling yourself up by the boots. Now, bootstrapping is using your savings, whatever it is that you have, your home, your equipment, your current telephone or internet access that you have, in order to be able to get your business off the ground. And it's not glamorous, but I'm telling you, if you believe in what it is that you have in your business, it can actually work. I started some of my first businesses that way. I started it by working part-time in my family business, and I was a full-time student at that time. And what I did was that after my classes, I would use the internet in order to be able to email, do research, whatever it is that I needed to do some design work, see and do market research about this particular product I was creating. I also would book the boardrooms to have meetings when nobody else was using them. And I would use the telephone when they would allow me to, though I didn't abuse it, in order to be able to make the necessary phone calls that I needed to make. I realized that I was a student at that time and I needed to make my dream come to life. The only way that I could do it was to use what it is that I had at that time. Now, yes, maybe a couple of people were irritated by me, but you know what was interesting? A lot of people were actually quite inspired by what it is that I was doing. I was sacrificing for a dream that I had at that time. Maybe you're in a similar place, right? You're probably feeling like you need to start your business. You know that in order for you to be able to start your business, it's going to require you to sacrifice because you don't have a rich aunt or a rich uncle sitting somewhere who's going to be able to just throw money at you. Or maybe finding investors at this time is not something that is easy to do. What do? What you don't do is get stuck. What you do is use what it is that you have. And I know some of you guys might sit and think, well, maybe I don't have a family business. I don't have someone that I know who will be able to make me avail internet access or their telephones or whatever to you. I want to challenge you not to fall into that way of thinking. You'll only really know what resources people are willing to offer to you when you actually start working. Because people like to invest in things that are actually moving already. People like to invest in people who they can see are genuinely committed to what it is that they're doing. One of the keys is understanding what type of business you're trying to start. Is it a service-based business where you're selling your skills and expertise? Or is it a product-based business where you're actually trying to create something that you're going to sell? Now, with a service-based business, it's a little bit easier for you because you actually technically just need to be able to have an environment or the means to be able to sell your expertise, which is what it is that you've learned or what it is that you can do with your hands or, whatever that may be, right? But with a product-based business, it gets a bit more challenging. They tend to be more capital intensive because you actually have to buy, whether it's the ingredients or the inputs in order to be able to produce whatever that product is. What you can do is start out by providing your services, your skills, your talents to other people in order to be able to buy the inputs that you need. Maybe it's machinery, maybe it's a new computer, maybe it's internet, fiber that you need to be able to get. You can trade your skill to be able to get access to that thing. Or you can find a way to sell off some of the things that you have. And I don't encourage that, okay? But if you're maybe sitting with something that's of value, but maybe you're not using it, you can maybe sell something off to be able to finance the new thing that you're trying to do to start your business. The point is, don't get stuck. Don't get stuck in it just being an idea. Because the mere fact that you actually are even in this place right now, wanting to start, means that there's something in you that knows that it's there, that you can actually start it. It can actually come to life. And maybe it might mean you going out and finding someone that you can partner with who has the resources and you do something slightly different to them in order so that you guys can complement each other, right? Maybe it's borrowing their kitchen from time to time if you're somebody who's in the food space, food preparation space. Or maybe do some type of administrative work or computer work in order to be able to generate and gain the type of money that you need or resources or access that you need. Sometimes maybe you need office space. What can you do for the person who provides the office space? When people see that you're committed and you're driven in order to make your business come to life, they tend to support you Because you know what? Fortune favors the brave. I believe that there's a certain favor that follows people who are really throwing themselves wholeheartedly into what it is that they want. And I encourage you to do the same thing. So don't allow the lack of money to hold you back. You can start your business that way. I did it. So many other people have done it. Some of the brands that you know, whether it's locally or internationally, started off their business just with an idea, with a little bit that they had, borrowing here, having sleepless nights, using the little bit of resources. I remember there are times where I've had to sit in a coffee shop or a restaurant just to be able to get internet access in order to reply to emails or have meetings or do certain work. So don't give up just yet, just because you don't have money, and don't wait to find the perfect person or the right sum of money to start. If you're fortunate enough to have money to start, that's great. Some of you guys might have access to credit. Well, most people don't, because a lot of the time, maybe their credit score is not that great. And especially in the climate that we're in, people don't necessarily have access to credit, right? But if you do have access to credit, I encourage you to use it wisely. Don't just max out your credit in order to just start. Now, some people might feel like you're no longer available, right? You've prioritized and made this new business idea and this new business venture your whole life. But that's a reality. This is your dream. This is what you want. You need to pour yourself into it. You don't gain anything by holding back and waiting for when things are perfect or when you have just the right amount of money to start your business. You're capable to do it now. Just pull up your boots, bootstrap your business, throw yourself right into it, and you'll see that fortune does favor the brave. My name is MmahlapaTV, and this is It's My Business. I share all things business with you on this platform. I tell you about my experiences and what it is that I've learned, and hopefully you can learn from them too. I'm going to be uploading more awesome videos, so make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. If you found this video helpful, I would like to hear all about it. What has been your experience? Maybe you've bootstrapped your business before and had a different experience to mine. What is your experience? I'd love to hear all about it. Or maybe you have a business idea or you're confused or anxious about something. Let me know about it in the comments below. Is on fire.